Sup everyone, Darkscream217 here with another panel discussion, and with me is Lancey Kidna 2K9,
Yeah, what's up?
Fighter Wolf Neon, and
Howdy.
TIE Riders 2.
How's it
And
going?
today we're going to talk about another announcement that I never thought would come into fruition. Something I never came across in my own head because I didn't think this would work for a long time. Apparently,
Nobody expected.
Capcom and Namco at war with each other, and now they're making two crossover games, Street Fighter X Tekken and Tekken X Street Fighter. Both of these games will have their own separate engines utilizing their respective company's latest or greatest engine. For example, Street Fighter X Tekken will use the Street Fighter 4 engine um, with a couple of Tekken characters, and we've seen
Some
some gameplay footage has been shown of this, and the other one, nothing has yet to be announced about this, but they'll have a Tekken game with Street Fighter characters in it, utilizing the Tekken engine, which fixes the problem that I kind of see as a wall with fighting game crossovers. The thing is, while fighting game crossovers in theory might actually work, the problem is you have to pick a good game engine, and both Namco and Capcom just said, fuck it, we'll use both of them in separate games. Okay, I did enough of the talking. Let's see what your guys' opinions are on this, starting with Lance.
Now, okay, when I first saw the trailer, I tell you, my body was not ready for the trailer. It's epic win from Dawn being thrown through the doors and Kazuya just coming in with all the dark aura. This to me, this game is going to be epic win. I think this game is going to be a huge success. Also, something a little fun, cause a little competition between them. Like, which side would you choose, Capcom or Namco? It's like the whole Team Edward and Team whatever,
Minus
but
the
not as
suck.
gay.
Yeah.
out the faggots.
Not a good example.
All right. Neon, what about you?
Well, I didn't think a Street Fighter and Tekken crossover could ever work since those two fighting franchises use completely different fighting styles. But when I heard that that Capcom and Namco were doing two separate games, like each one focusing on those two styles, and then when I saw the trailer, I then thought that maybe there could be hope for this game. And I recently saw the gameplay trailer for like Street Fighter X Tekken, and already I must say I'm quite impressed.
All right, and finally, Ty, what is your thoughts?
Well, I saw the trailer myself. At first, I was kind of iffy, like, They were. Oh no, actually, when I first heard about the Street Fighter versus Tekken version, I was pretty hyped for it. But and at first I was kind of like, yeah, this is kind of iffy. Sure, you want to do this? And then I finally saw the gameplay trailer. It looked like pretty much modified Street Fighter 4 without the focus attack, and it looks like they may or may not add parries in it. So that actually brings up some interesting points there, because I'm a diehard Street Fighter 3 Third Strike fan. So
Likewise.
maybe they might add parries to it and actually might make the game pretty interesting. So
Yeah, I consider this idea to be a major risk for both companies. Before they made this crossover game, there was a Japanese exclusive PlayStation 2 game called Namco X Capcom, which is basic.
I own it.
Yeah, it's anyone else who owns it?
I've
No, I
seen
haven't.
videos and pictures of it, but I've never actually gotten around to
Yeah,
importing
I've
it.
only yeah, same here. I didn't import the game, but I did like the opening music and the opening intro that looked like Gynex did it. Um, and it wasn't even a fighting game when I actually found out the news about, so that dropped my jaw. It was some sort of turn-based RPG, and I also heard it didn't sell well, and because of that, they never made a US port like they want to, and there was some dispute between the two companies. Ty, how is the game?
It's pretty good. I think my only gripe is the fact that pretty much every single fight, because you basically go around fighting just like you would in a fighting game. I think the fact that, my favorite part of the game is probably the multiple assaults in which you get a certain amount of characters together, like say Ryu and Ken, and they do a really strong combo that takes a lot of damage out. But I guess the downfall I have for it is the game, for one, is too fucking long. And for two, it has way too much breeding dialogue that actually put me to sleep after a while. The soundtrack's great, though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll give it.
Another reason why I consider this idea to be a major risk is not only they're releasing two games at the same time for about, I'm going to say $120. By the way, I am going to pick up both copies of the game because I do not hate Tekken. Yeah, I've gave it some flack about it. I called it a juggle fest at times, but deep down, I actually have fun when I get around to picking up and playing the game. I'm having a blast, which is more than what I can say about Mortal Kombat. But we're not here to bash on Mortal Kombat, at least not yet. Um, but
Oh,
the thing
I'm
is,
ready.
the thing is, um, there's only one group of people who would love this game, and that is those who are either fighting game fans in general, such as myself, or fans of both Street Fighter and Tekken. I don't know if I can see like individual fans, like individual Street Fighter fans who do not think highly of Tekken picking this game up, or vice versa for some reason. I think this game is appealing to like big time fighting game fans who like both franchises.
Yeah, well, I think one thing is certain. It's going to cause perhaps one of the biggest flame wars since Sonic the
Oh, yeah,
Hedgehog.
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
I'm
To
sure it
that,
would be
to
that.
that, I respond. You want to see who's better, Ryu or Kazuya? I say, shut up and pick up the controllers and play the fucking game and find out yourself. No
Thank
more,
you.
no
It's gonna
more of
be
these
the-
fucking
Solidify.
disputes. They're actually solving that dispute by having these games existing in the first place.
That's why
Exactly.
they
Just
have
like,
crossovers, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I am actually really interested. I am fascinated by the idea of the characters of like Tekken existing in the Street Fighter's engine and vice versa. I am fascinated on how the characters are going to play outside of their safe zones. I am curious on how they're going to have Ryu work in Tekken. I'm just
Yeah,
fascinated
me too.
by this.
I
you
mean,
already
I'm
see how they did with Kazuya and
characters
Whoa,
in.
whoa, whoa, one at a time. Neon, we'll start with you.
Okay. Well, I'm more interested in seeing Street Fighter characters in Tekken's gameplay because I mean, with with Tekken style, there probably won't be any fireballs, Psycho Crushers, or anything like that.
They'll probably have it, but it'll probably just be like a false like push or something.
My
Or push, like,
guess
two
is
buttons
that
like
they
square triangle.
my guess is that they probably will have it, but it will like take a while to charge up the attack. It's kind of like some of the super attacks in Soul Calibur. Before they start doing the attack, they have to like charge it up for like 3 seconds, and their weapons get set on fire. I have a feeling it's gonna like Ryu won't be able to do the Hadouken like very quick. He probably has to like take time and charge it up.
use like some like Devil Jin's laser or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
that's what I'm going to see in Tekken if they're actually going to give them the projectiles. And to me, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, Ryu's going to have a hard time charging his Hadouken, but if you're a really skilled fighter, and Tekken is heavily focused on timing and making sure you don't fuck up. It has a higher learning curve than Street Fighter. That much I'll give it credit for. So
No,
it's gonna be interesting. I really wish Namco would reveal what they have sooner, but I heard they're actually, I don't know if I'd heard this right, but I heard may release the Namco the Tekken the Tekken version of Street Fighter versus Tekken later, or I'm not sure if they're being released at the same time.
I'm gonna say just release it on one disc or one case, or save the trouble of having to buy it in 2 discs.
yeah, I'm really excited for this game because because if you seen the trailer, do you know they already how they put Kazuya in the game? He looks exactly like his Tekken Life counterpart, except a little bit more cartoony. But other than that, they look exactly the same almost. And I like how they formatted his combos like in Tekken 6 to work exactly like the Tekken games. Like they got
Yeah.
his 3-hit combo, the square square triangle. Then he got the spinning kick, then the electric wind God fist move.